text them and tell them to go to my channel, YouTube, The Body Coach TV, and they can watch this live in real time, like a stream. So that'd be pretty cool. The Hemsley girls are coming out. Does anyone know the Hemsley sisters? Hemsley and Hemsley? Yeah, they're lovely. So they're going to be interviewing me either side and asking loads of questions about the book and about my year and Lean 15 and all that sort of stuff. So I feel weird being up on my own now. But yeah. Anyone, let's start the Q&A now. Who's got a question for me? Anyone? Yeah, go.
Just me. My name's Jo.
Hello, Joe.
Hi, I work for the children's charity. We work with children and young people.
Yeah.
And we work with a lot of 18 to 25s who want to start up their own company. So they've got a basic business idea.
Yeah.
And they just need a little bit of help. At the moment, we've got like a YouTube chef as well. And so what would be your advice to young people who want to set up a business but don't have a big budget?
Yeah. So the question was, how does someone set up a business without a big budget? And to be honest, I started my business like literally my iPhone in my flat, no money, no marketing, just an idea. And obviously I built up the social media. And I think nowadays everything's digital, right? So if you can use social media and you can get your personality across, it's all about building a community. So you build a community, gain an audience, build trust and build that relationship with people and really, really be passionate and consistently like put out free content. Then eventually if you ever release a product, whether it's a book or an online plan or some kind of business that you set up, whether it's personal training, then people will want to come to you. So that's definitely the key. Like, put hours into social media and really focus on that. It's not about an expensive website. It's not about having you want to try and get your overheads down, right? So just you've got to be willing to give out free content and work really, really hard in the early days, so that when you finally have a product to release, then people will buy into it. Yeah. So definitely put some effort into social media. Hello.
Hello, Joe.
Where does that come from? Oh, here they are. Sorry, I started hosting myself.
We've got a script here. We were supposed to stick to the script.
I'm going to pretend I'm not here and you can do the intro.
We'll bring you on.
I'm like Bruce Springsteen. I warm myself up.
Hello, everyone. Okay, I've lost my other partner in crime. Melissa, where is she?
Here. Oh, there we are.
Sorry.
The Hemsley sisters. Woo!
We have actually been here for about 3 hours. Just drinking wine backstage. Hello.
Hi, everyone, and welcome today. I think you've already met the star of the show.
Sorry.
Sitting over there. So yeah, you're getting what you paid for. You're getting more than what you get paid for. So
You basically got the best 3 people from a little town called Surbiton. Does anyone know Surbiton? I don't believe it. Are you serious? Cobham! Oh, just as
wonderful.
good. Okay, so if you don't know Surbiton, go and check it out, because you might see all 3 of us at Waitrose in Surbiton. Or at the Tube Station.
Sainsbury's, actually.
Sainsbury's.
See, Surbiton's divided up into Sainsbury's people and Waitrose people. No, I'm joking. They're all good.
We've been laughing.
They've all got courgette.
In the papers, every time we claim Joe as one of our own, and his brother Nicky, who we met in the World Trade Center in New York early this year when we were both on our book tours, and we kind of had one of those, because we never met each other, but we obviously know who Joe is.
Social media versus real life.
And then we talk to people and we try to claim him as our own and say he's from Surbiton. And no, he's from Essex. He's from Essex. Yeah, no. So we're laughing because Melissa, I'm from Sloane Square, and apparently I met Melissa somewhere. She's not even my sister when I read about her in the papers. People literally say, "Are you twins?" or "How do you meet?" So it's
anyway.
It's
enough about us. So thank you to everyone for coming here today. It is the closing party of Joe's book launch. Everyone that made it here tonight. Battled through the tubes and the freezing cold, and everyone watching on YouTube live now. So should we bring him on?
Come on, Joe!
Come on, he's been on, he's back again.
Mel, we're going to sit here so he doesn't have to turn.
Sit here.
You sit here. Wherever.
Am I in the middle?
You're over there.
Oh, okay.
Apparently you'd be like turning that back
That's
and
your
forth.
good side.
Yeah.
Well,
Hello
you're not
again,
here for
everybody.
rehearsals.
I thought I'd do a little Q&A just to warm them up.
Are you warmed up? Has everyone had a drink?
Yeah, we're on the old gin and... No, what is it? Rum and passion fruit or something?
Ooh.
Nice.
Is that in your book?
Tropicana to me.
It's no, it's boozy. It's double.
Okay.
Double boozy.
Surbiton boy. Okay, cool. So here we go. So here we are. We're going to chat for about 20 minutes. We've got our questions for Joe, and then we're going to hand it over to you. So think of something juicy, and in about 20 minutes' time, we'll start calling on you all. So don't be shy. Here we go.
Oh, we have to introduce ourselves first, by the way. This is Melissa Hemsley, and I'm Jasmine Hemsley, and we're very honoured. Thank you to come on here and be interviewing you. So, loads of stats, loads of facts about you that have just been are absolutely mind-blowing. I mean, this guy, your book came out in January, your very first book?
It was December 28th Yeah, so just last year, December 28th. Yeah, less
Wow.
than a month.
And
less than a
he's
year.
now on his third cookbook, The Sustain Plan, which is already it's been out 2 weeks and at number 1.
Paperback non-fiction number 1, yeah.
Woo.
Stats. So, with this amazing year,
Who pre-ordered it? Oh, you all pre-ordered it, right? Because you're here. But
Yes.
no, you all got it. Thanks for getting it.
3 cookbooks, 3 tours, a DVD, a TV program, and a YouTube channel which is up to 250,000 subscribers.
Yeah, it's
That is
really
insane.
grown quick.
Did I get
yeah,
that right?
We love
Got the
YouTube.
right
I'm really
amount
into YouTube and just live streaming. I think people love it. Doing that, interactive workouts and stuff. It's great. I can do like a workout and hundreds of thousands of people watch it. So I love it. It's like the old boot camp days.
I've done one.
Yeah, one of my hits on YouTube.
I've done one of them. It was the one that came up top. I think I put like really, really, really quick workout, and one came up of yours, and I did it, and I was cracking up over there because I was laughing because you halfway through you almost give up, and I didn't, and then you say to your brother Nicky, you were like, what's next? And I was like waiting for you on the floor, like trying to do my plank, and you were almost giving up, and I loved that you were doing it with us, like sweating with us. Going for it, totally out of breath.
Yeah, so you're basically fitter than me is what you're trying to say.
No!
I am narrating it and talking, it's hard, isn't it? But I think people like the unedited, real rawness of it, like I'm blowing, I always say like I'm gassing, and I say, Joe, you're pathetic. Get up, do another rep, because I am really like doing them in real time. And my DVD that's out, it's the same, like unedited, I was in 32-degree heat, I just went for it. Rather than, doing your makeup every few seconds and not having a breather and not doing it in real time, I thought, people, it's nice to see that I'm out of breath, not out of shape. That I'm out of breath. I'm out of shape.
That'd be a
Has
good
anyone
YouTube.
done them? Who's done them? Loads of us. Do you?
Who hasn't done one?
Yeah. Oh no, that's naming and shaming.
There's 3 of us.
Okay, so
You've got time.
if we had to pick one to do, so maybe like one really good one between now and Christmas to just keep us going. What's the good one?
I love this one I did in front of Niagara. So I basically take a camera everywhere I'm in the world. I think, right, let's do a YouTube hit session. So I did one in front of Niagara Falls. It's 20 exercises in 20 minutes, so 20 different moves. It's a bit of a lottery. You don't know what's coming next, and it's just one of those ones like beautiful. You see the Niagara Falls in the background, so it's quite inspiring.
Very nice.
I like the one.
Did you have a little head and
Is that a good
shoulders
one, though?
moment in there as well? Who's done that one?
Oh my
Gosh,
God,
we're
it's
behind
clear
on this
winner.
now. Okay, so tell us about the 3 books, how they fit in your life, and with the plan, and what you love doing on your plan. Like what was because the plans came out first before the books, right?
Yeah, so I created this I built up this social media following, didn't really know what I was doing, never imagined I'd be a entrepreneur or like have this business of all these staff, never really thought about a book deal. Like I'm sure you didn't think about setting, it just happened, didn't it? It organically happened. So I did the online plan. Has anyone done the 90-day plan? The shift, shape and say so? Yeah, it's such an amazing thing that people anywhere in the world can sign up to it, and whether you're in Australia or you're in London, whatever, you can sign up. So off the back of that, the publisher said, why don't we do like the shift, shape and sustain plan? So we broke the books into that, and that's why they've come really quickly because it's like a 6-month period in between each book. But
Trilogy, isn't it?
it's worked out really well because people that have done like book 1, they're like, yeah, they're ready for more recipes and they're kind of ready for the new training plan. So it's been a really good strategy from their point of view in terms of that. But the next book's actually a different book. It's a hardback kind of family cooking book. So like lean cooking for family and friends.
This is the 4th book,
Yeah,
right?
that's lifestyle, and I've got all my friends and
When
When can
family.
we pre-order
shooting
that?
this, haven't you?
I've been shooting that, yes. It's like healthy barbecue food, healthy party food, because the books now, they're really like cooking for 1 and 2, which is great. But if you've got family or you want to eat well and you want to socialise, so there's I've got little Oscar and my family in the pictures and stuff. So it's a proper family book. I'm really excited about that. That's out next year.
And kids don't lie, do they? They will not. They won't go, oh, this is nice. They're
No,
like the
they're
ultimate
honest, yeah, they're
recipe
brutal.
testers.
Yeah, so it's going to be a really nice family book. Hopefully people get the best out of that one. But I think first of all, the Lean and 15 Sustain plan is because it's got the fitness and the food. People have really gone mad for it. But that one's just recipes.
And how many kids have you had? How many kids have you got eating?
I've got none that I know
Put
of.
your hands up
Niagara
if you have a
Falls.
kid by Joe Wicks. No,
I've got no kids yet.
no kids
bloody
yet.
hell.
That'll be the next book. We'll do a book about that.
You need to do the Joe Wicks
So no, we've got
pregnancy
an
plan.
idea.
Yes.
This is a little idea that my brother Nicky's come. He's just had a little baby called Oscar, who's lovely.
Oh,
Where's
done,
Nicky?
Nicky.
Where is
And he
Nicky?
had his
Nicky,
first-
how'd you find the time?
Oh.
So this is Nicky's idea. So last night he had his first ever bit of solid food, which is a sweet potato. So we're going to do something on Facebook and Instagram called Wean in 15.
Oh my God!
Like baby meals, yeah. So you can make it as an adult and then you can blitz it and make it as a Wean in 15 meal for babies.
This guy's clever, really,
Yeah,
really
no, that's
clever.
Nikki.
Your
Nikki.
brain.
Nikki.
When you're lying in bed at night.
No, that's Nikki's
Oh,
idea.
like Nikki.
Yeah, I can't
Well,
take
when
that.
Nikki's lying in bed at night, does he text you like at 3 a.m. going, "I've just got it,
Weaning
weaning 15"?
Yeah, he's
I
just
want to
a
be on your
guilty.
WhatsApp group chat.
He's just a really smart dude. He just absorbs and just learns, and he's like, he's got great ideas. So he's like head of my digital content and comes up with all the ideas and stuff.
And what I
Okay,
was
that's
going to ask was,
amazing.
how many kids have you got eating midget trees?
Well, you know the
Has it
fact
made it
about
fun for
tender
them?
stem broccoli?
Yeah.
So apparently, the sales of tender stem broccoli in the UK went up 25% since December when my book was out, because obviously I'm shouting out midget trees,
You
broccoli.
need to start a tender stem broccoli farm. That
Yeah.
would be what you should do.
So hang on, we're all going to go down in history. Mel and I for courgettes and spiralisers, and this man over here for tender stem broccoli.
I love your spiraliser.
Oh,
it's really
thank
nice.
you.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you got courgette popular, didn't you? Now they're doing it in bags. So how lazy is that? You can get
know.
it pre-done, right? You haven't even got to like wind it up.
I know.
Yeah, so yeah, you got courgette going, I got midget trees, which is great because they're both very good for you, aren't they?
Isn't it amazing? So vegetables. What's the next vegetable? Do you think?
The next veg?
So tender stem broccoli.
It's a sweet potato, isn't it?
Is,
Now?
is it sweet? Have you got a name for the sweet potato?
I call-
sweet potato.
I call,
Isn't that what you do?
Sweet
Is it that,
potato, yeah, but I call
In with a Lucy B.
I call cauliflower albino midget trees, and I call
it okay to
I
say
call
that?
peas.
Okay, is that big?
No, okay, like snowy midget trees then.
Snowy.
And I call peas baby Brussels sprouts. Because they're like mini Brussels sprouts, aren't they?
Oh,
Oh, that's really sweet.
kind of.
Yeah. It works.
Right, sorry, it's my turn to ask a question, isn't it? Okay, so speaking of cooking, so what should we be making? Because you pack a lot into your books. So if we were to flick it open and start one, maybe tonight, what should we make?
I think, has anyone made Joe's chicken pie from book one? Yeah, which is like such a lovely meal. It's like phyllo pastry. It's one of those like
that the
little
one on
bit
the TV
guilty.
show?
No, yeah, I did it on the TV
Oh, I
show,
like
yeah.
that one.
Just like creamy bit of phyllo. So I've done a beef and mushroom pie, same sort of thing, because people just love a pie, right? And you can just bang it in the oven and the whole family can eat it. So definitely try the beef and mushroom pie. You'll love that
I
one.
just want to quickly ask, so you're the middle kid, yeah?
No,
Middle of-
no. Oh, yeah. There's Nikki, Joe and George. Someone in the middle, yeah.
And you're Joe, right?
Yeah, Nikki,
Okay.
Joe and George.
And did you always cook, or did you cook because you were into fitness and you thought, "Do you know what, the food is really, really important?
So I always say this in my books and people say, you can't say that, but my mum, she can't cook.
Mum.
She can't cook, couldn't cook. She can only make one thing,
Hang
which
on,
is
she's
lasagna.
Italian, isn't she?
Yeah, she can make a lasagna.
Okay.
But she still used like the Dolmio jars and all that. She didn't make lasagna. But so I kind of grew up on picnics. So she'd say, right, kids, you want a picnic? And
Like a little spread.
Which is basically like sandwiches and crisps and chocolate, and like we'd make our own sandwiches and just sit there having that. And she used to say, "Do you want a glass of juice?" Because I love juice. Like I was obsessed with juice. And I'd say, "Mum, can I have a glass of juice?" She'd go, "Yeah, there's some council juice in the kitchen." So I'd say, and I'd go into it. It was tap water. It was council juice.
Oh, I see.
So I was like, I would always run in there like, "Where's the juice?" She said, "It's the council juice in the tap." And I'd just be like, every time she got me with that.
She got you every
Yeah.
single time.
Apparently, some people call it council pop.
Hang on, so your mum invented the way of calling things funny names to get people to eat,
Yeah.
to eat
She
and
She
drink
must have,
them.
yeah. She tricked me a lot. Up to the age of about 16, I realised it was council. It was like water.
I remember one of our aunties used to say to me and Mel were hungry. She'd say, "Yeah, you're having for tea air pie without the crust," and it probably took me about 5 years to work out what that meant.
Air pie without the crust.
Nothing. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Okay, so that was beef pie,
Beef
as a
and mushroom
savoury,
pie,
and then
yeah.
is there any good breakfast? Because you love your breakfast, don't you?
I made this lovely bacon, leek, and pea frittata. Really nice, just like perfect. You can have it. You can make it. It's quite big, so you can obviously half it, have it the next day. Things like that.
Put
Just
it in
quick
your handbag, can't you? You can slice the wedge.
Baby
Yeah.
Brussels sprout and
in
leek,
your
you mean?
pocket. Yeah, baby Brussels sprouts. Just like little. I just love quick and easy breakfast that you can just like knock up the night before. And I do like sweet things, so there's some like chocolate brownies and stuff in there as well. So a few treats.
Lovely. Okay, and then has anyone thought about what they're making on Christmas Day yet? That's not just the turkey. We thought about all your sides.
Turkey's boring. I don't like turkey. It's a bit
What's
dry,
what
isn't
we're gonna
it?
say?
Isn't it? It's
I'm
big
going to do
one.
a leg of lamb, I'm going to do chicken, and I'm going to do like a honey roast ham, so like a bit of everything.
Oh, lovely.
But loads of pigs in blankets, Yorkshire
Yeah.
puddings, honey roast party, because they're the things you always get like 2 or 3 of and you wish you had
There's
more, right?
never enough.
And the stuffing balls. I'm just going to have a massive bowl of stuffing balls and eat all them, and then a little bit of chicken.
We love roast duck because you just have to do nothing to it. It's so lovely
I've
and
never
fatty.
made roasted duck.
It's
Oh, it's
brilliant.
amazing.
It
It's
kind
so
of bastes
easy.
itself. Yeah.
You can't really mess up a roast duck. So hang on. So leg of lamb, chicken,
And a honey roast.
Pigs in blankets.
and
honey roast ham, yeah, and loads of pigs in blankets, and big jumbo Yorkshire puddings, like homemade Yorkshire puddings.
Ones you
Nice.
can use like pudding bowls.
Yeah, I'm going to eat loads on Christmas
Are
Day.
you Christmas?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what
Are
it's
you
about.
a Christmas lunch person? Or are you like early evening? Or are you some people do Christmas Eve, don't they?
No,
They've
I'm
got a bit
like-
of Scandi blood.
I think like 3 o'clock's good.
3
Yeah, we
o'clock,
do
okay.
that. We aim for earlier, don't we? But it
and then
just
make a
takes
big,
longer.
like, juicy sandwich later on in the evening.
And
Same
then,
stuff.
we kind of go into the sitting room and we make a kind of beds. We all bring the duvets
We make a
down.
den. Does anyone make a
Everyone's
duvet
farting.
den?
Yeah,
Everyone's doing their Christmas farts. And you're like, Dad, was that you? You're like, no, it weren't me. And you know it was your
I
dad.
wasn't going to say, but yeah.
The whole room smells of green
So you know
gas
the trick. You know the trick.
on Christmas Day.
All you got to do is make people chew more.
Makes everyone fall asleep,
It's
though.
a bit boring. What, chewing?
No,
Or
the farting, everyone falls asleep.
No, I don't think that's asleep. I think that's knocking unconscious. Oh, sorry.
But apparently people can't see Joe. So
Oh.
Melissa, you can...
No, move.
Oh my God, you're only here for him.
Oh, sorry, Yalin.
Oh no, the whole
Come in a
20
little
minutes
bit.
we haven't seen Joe. Right, we'll move
Where's
up
the
as well.
camera?
Where is it?
Oh, sorry, can you see us now? Come right in close.
Okay.
So you can see us all right.
Isn't this nice?
Actually, are we on to the questions from the floor now?
Oh, it's a perfect time. Okay, here we go.
Isn't there this really cool microphone that's getting thrown around?
No, it didn't turn up.
Oh, no. Why don't we give one of the mics?
Let's give one. Okay, I'm going to start off with this lady over here, and then if you pass it over to the next person. What's your name?
My name's Berry.
Berry, you've got a question.
Hello.
Hi, Joe. You travel a lot for work. It's a bit of an understatement.
Yeah.
What food can you only get in the UK that you really crave when you come home?
Oh, I love a Nando's. So I've been to like South.
Really?
Yeah, I love Nando's.
You got the Nando's
I've been
black
to like
card?
Australia. I'm not supposed to tell anyone about that.
Okay.
Yeah, they'll take it off me. I've been to Nando's in America and in like where else have I had it? Singapore, and it's really bad abroad. I love it in the UK, but it's different. Have you ever had it abroad, Nando's?
I can't say I have.
If I go away, the first thing I'll do is go for Nando's. Yeah. Hello.
Who's next?
Hello, it's me. Joe, you've obviously achieved a lot in your professional career so far. Is there anything you still would like to achieve?
That's a lovely
Before
question. Isn't it?
2016's out.
I think I've kind of maxed out this year. I've had such a lovely year. It's been so incredible. But next year, I obviously had the Channel 4 show, like the 1 hour pilot show, which was really fun. But
So good.
I would love. Do you enjoy it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really fun. I love that.
Simon looked amazing.
Yeah, he looked wicked.
Didn't he?
He looked really good.
So did you, apparently.
Oh, cheeky. Yeah, no, I'd love to do. I really want to have a TV show, but I also want to do something with schools, like where I do some kind of nutrition or fitness program just to get the kids inspired a little bit, you know, like the teenagers where they're growing up and they're like hitting that point where their confidence issues are coming and they're starting food, you know, like food eating disorders starting really young, aren't they? So getting in there when they're young to can encourage them to eat well is really important, I think.
Very important.
Good question.
So, what would be your biggest advice for someone who's just starting out on like Instagram for new business?
All right, so depends really what your business is, but never like a lot of people just want to set up Instagram accounts and think they can just, you know, create an online plan or sell a product and push and try and sell. But I never did that from the start. I was just like giving people valuable content like every day. So if it's a free recipe or me just doing an inspirational tweet or just engaging with people and actually being there for them when they need you, because people just want a bit of advice and want a bit of motivation. So if you're passionate and you keep growing it like you would have done, girls, with your community, like you genuinely love your community. So when the day comes that you do have a product, then they just support you and they love it and they pre-order your stuff and they go mad for it. But it is that thing of you've got to be willing to just give a lot of content out for free and put a lot of effort into it. Yeah.
It's give and take, isn't it?
Yeah. Yep.
Hello, Joe. I'm from near Surbiton, so I. Yeah.
Sorry.
Hampton Wick.
Yes.
It's lovely around
So I'm a doctor, and I have a lot of people over 50 who have problems with, unhealthy lifestyles. They're overweight. They've got diabetes.
Yeah.
A lot of the demographics in this room tonight are kind of probably under 40s. Do you see that you have a role going forward in supporting people over 50 years of age to kind of do exercise and you know, I think your marketing thing at the moment is probably for people under 40.
Right.
Do you think you have a role going forward to sort of, you know, with the NHS, you know, obesity and diabetes is a big problem. Do you think that you've got a role to play as an ambassador for improving sort of healthy lifestyles?
Yeah, definitely.
Good question.
Yeah, good question. And
I've got one more question
all
after
right,
that. But, you
I'll
know,
nail this
it's all
one
right.
first. So
Sorry, she's from Hampton Wick. They're like that over there.
very demanding, aren't they? Very bossy. So the question is, I mean, I was surprised at how I've reached so many people, like whether it's that little kid Dylan who was 14 who got my book and went and lost 2 or 3 stone, to a 62-year-old lady that just done my plan who sent this lovely video testimony. Is Bernadette here tonight? Oh, yeah. So, hello Bernadette. So Bernadette is definitely over 14. She is amazing. She's done the 90-day plan, and so I have really I've kind of appealed to like boys, girls, teenagers, women, you know, so I hope that my content is like that for everyone, and I do, you know, my ambition is to get everybody, you know, off their, you know, off the low-calorie diets, getting them exercising and eating well, and the type 2 diabetes thing is a massive issue, but it can be reversed through good nutrition, so I'll continue to, you know, do what I can and get people exercising and eating well.
And my other question was, you're drinking, I don't know what you're drinking tonight, but what's your favourite alcoholic drink?
Oh.
If you're leading 15 plan.
Oh, no booze is lean. My favourite booze is Hendrick's gin and tonic with a little bit of cucumber, really thin, like wrapped round the ribbon, like round the glass.
Spiralise.
Yeah, spiralise.
Yeah,
Spiralise. You can get it at hemsdinhemsy.com.
Yeah. It's in the Christmas gift
It works
guide.
well with a bit of tender stem broccoli sticking out the top as well, just
Yeah.
for variety at
Yeah,
Christmas.
gin and tonic. I love gin and
Who's
tonic.
Next here.
Hiya.
Hello.
If you do a HIIT workout in the morning, can you save your carb-loaded meal for the evening?
So yeah, the idea with Lean in 15, the book, is that you have that kind of one, in book 1 is a post-workout carbohydrate, because your body, you deplete your body's glycogen, which is the carbohydrate, so it really loves carbs after you train. So try and have it like an hour to an hour and a half afterwards, but you can have, you know, you can wait a few hours, but I wouldn't wait right until the evening, because your body needs to be topped up and refueled like quicker. So you want protein and carbs in your post-workout meal, keep the fat content low, and then for the other meals, just have mainly fats and protein.
So can you have like a snack if say you know you're running from the gym from that workout or from the workout you've done and you're not going to be able to get a good meal, but can you get like you can have like a little snack?
Yeah, like things like, you know, like you can have a bit of fruit, like a banana or a protein shake, something just to get you out of the door. But I definitely believe that the post-workout meal is something you should have like 1 or 2 hours after you train. I think you won't get the same effect if you have it like 8 or 7 or 8 hours afterwards.
Don't do the workout if you haven't got the food after, otherwise
Yeah,
it's
just
a
have
waste
it ready.
of time.
Yeah, so if you
Lie in bed.
If you train really early in the morning, I train fasted. I like to train on an empty stomach. Even up today, I trained at about midday and I didn't eat beforehand. But some people just mentally need the energy. But I always have the big meal afterwards. That's just how I like to train. But there's no right or wrong with that really. But yeah, definitely eat your carbs after you train.
I found, just to add to that, I used to be one of those people that needed food first thing in the morning. The first thing that would wake me up was my belly, straight away, growling. And I worked out if I actually ate earlier in the evening,
Right.
it didn't have that effect on me. So having an earlier supper and making sure you're well digested before you sleep really helps blood sugar levels. For in the morning, I could actually go and do a workout without having to fuel up beforehand.
Yeah.
So
I mean, because if you wake up in the morning at 7 a.m. and you have breakfast, you have like a massive bowl of porridge, you're not getting that energy from that bowl of porridge straight away. Like that comes, you know, hours later. So the food you ate the night before is what's going to give you the energy for your workout. So that's why I can train, have a big meal in the evening and train fasted. But yeah, it's a mental thing. Once you get into it, I think it feels great to train fasted, and then you have a massive meal afterwards. But yeah, it's not. You can still burn fat if you train in the evening. You can train any time of the day.
Hello, who's next?
Who's next? Anyone?
right at the back there. Oh.
Yeah.
Now you've seen somebody else's big one today.
Somebody's big one.
Are you jealous enough now to extend yours? Of course, I'm talking about the running.
We've got a comedian at the front, haven't we? You're going to heckle me as well. No, that is a bloody big one. Yeah. It was bigger than mine, longer than mine, and I want to go up and have a go on it.
Hello. Hi. My question was, you said to have a high carb meal after your workout. But
Yeah.
when you move on to the second plan, when you start to do weights, you can have a high carb meal every meal that day.
Yeah, so
I suppose.
is this for the 90-day plan or the book?
The 90-day
Yeah, so
plan.
with the 90-day, because it's really hard to explain this, but with this what I want to do over the 90 days, is determine whether you're better running on fats or carbohydrates. So in the first month, you're having 1 carbohydrate meal after you train. In cycle 2, when you increase the intensity of the workouts, you have 3 carb meals a day, because I want to know by month 3 whether you feel better eating the higher carb diet or the lower carb diet. So it's a kind of testing phase, which I don't think anyone's doing, because when else would you test your body for that? You wouldn't, would you? So when you sign up, you really do put yourself through a testing phase of a month of a reduced carb, and then you say, right, I feel really energized. And then if you have the second cycle and you feel really sluggish and you're like, look, I'm bloated all the time, carbs don't agree with me, then you can determine how you need to run your body by the month 3. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Is that it? Any more questions? Oh!
Questions over here.
The trio.
Everyone got shy for about a minute and then they went straight back in again.
Hi, Joe.
Hello, mate.
Question about couples' diets. I mean, behind every person that do a 90-day plan, there seems to be someone behind it as well who supports them as well.
Driving force, yeah. Are you the driving force?
I am the driving force. I've seen gains, but is there a plan for you to do more of a couples diet where we would say you've got one plan for one and one plan for the other?
That's what we struggle with as a couple. It's quite expensive to buy 2 separate plans. So what I did is increased his meal intake and then just used mine for my 90 days. But he did pretty well with just increasing his measurements, his grams in.
Yeah, it's that's the thing, because you're so very different. Like you could be the complete same size and the same age, but your body kind of your basal metabolic rate, like you might need more energy than other people. That's why the 90-day plan is tailored, and that's why the results are outrageous, because the people that follow it to the T, it's perfectly matched to their diet. So it is difficult with that, but the plan, I think, can run alongside each other quite well, really, because you can share the same meals. The recipes can be the same, obviously, and then you just prep your meals together. But maybe in the future I'll do more products. But at the moment, the 90-day plan is like the main one I've got.
Can I just ask?
Yeah.
Can I say, I love how you say prepping like a boss.
Yeah, it's important.
It's really good because we call it the Sunday cook-off. We do it any other day, but I love it when you do like regrams of everyone and they've got like their whole week sorted.
Yeah.
Does anyone do that here? Yeah. So good. And
it's the quickest way to a six-pack, without a doubt.
If you're especially thinking about you cooking for each other, at the moment I'm living with my mum in Surbiton, and it's amazing because we're all coming and going at different times, and we just know there's always lovely food in the fridge, and it's the easiest thing.
It really does help.
At this time of year, who wants to go to the shops after work? It's like enough of a mission to get home. Yes. So yeah, if you're not prepping yet, definitely prep.
Yeah, prep like a bowls.
Hi, Joe.
Hello, mate.
I've got 2 questions. Where did you get that sweater?
You like it?
I really like it, yeah. And then when
the hair. It's got to be the hair. No one's asked about the hair yet. How does he do his hair?
You smell really nice, by the way. I don't know this one. Thinking MU, organic fair trade fibre from Barcelona. And it also says, life is an attitude.
Oh, right. Yeah, I don't know where I got it in New York. I was in LA, yeah. So but yeah, thanks. I'm glad you like it.
And then, when are you coming to South Africa? We'd love to see
South
you
Africa.
There, yeah.
I've been there once. I loved it. I went to Cape Town. I loved it. I went on a little safari and loved the place. But I should do that. My book's out in South Africa, Carol. Yeah. Yeah, I should do a little book tour there. Have I got followers there, do you
love
think?
fitness. South Africa, it's big trail running, and I think it's the one country you can walk into any restaurant and ask for a paleo meal.
Yeah.
They're ahead there. Are you the guy from South Africa? This guy flew in from South Africa for Joe, everybody.
Yeah. Besties. Mate, you're coming home with me.
There's one more here.
Hi, Joe. What first got you interested in nutrition?
I basically, when I was at uni, I just took the easy route. I did all the physical stuff, like anatomy and physiology. I just loved it. And the nutrition side of it, I just thought, I don't really need that, right? But when I realised, when I was a personal trainer, I thought that as soon as I started to understand nutrition, I could get myself lean and get my clients lean. Then I became really busy and I became successful PT. Because without that, if you can't encourage and influence your clients to eat well, then you're never going to get them to transform. So I would train people weeks and weeks and weeks, and they wouldn't change. And I'd be like, what's going on? And then I could spend less time with them, but give them some food advice and nutrition stuff. And then before you know it, bang, they're really lean and they look amazing. So that was the key turning point for me. But also just wanting to have energy and wanting to understand what does my body do when I consume sugary carbs, when I consume fats and proteins. Because once you have the knowledge, staying lean isn't that difficult. It's just getting lean is the hard bit, but when you are lean, you can stay lean. You can maintain it just through the right food choices.
I mean, there's been this idea, hasn't there, for so long that it's all about the calories. So you can eat what you want as long as you go and burn it off. That was the idea, wasn't it? And people don't realise that actually when they're pushing their body and making muscle, they need the proper nutrition.
Yeah, you know, the calories you get from deep fried foods are completely different to the fats you get from, an avocado or some nuts. Your body, it recognises that it's not natural and it's a hydrogenated fat or a toxic, just unrecognisable nutrient, and your body rejects it and can't deal with it, so it stores it, it can't burn it off. So
it's actually giving your body more work to do.
Yeah, and it's just not, so, it's about cooking real food, isn't it? Vegetables, fruit, chicken, protein sources, and not doing the whole low-calorie diet thing or the junk food and fat, horrible low-fat stuff. Hello.
Hi, Joe. Hiya. First of all, congratulations. You're a really inspirational person, and well done on all your achievements. I guess my question sort of follows on from that is, where everybody needs a kind of, a mentor and that support network to get to where they want. And I just wondered who your sort of inspiration, who your role model is.
She's standing right in the middle of the room now. Her name's Bev. Bev, don't look around, you know it's you. So Bev, basically, I met Bev years ago, and she became my mentor. She mentored me, like, and just was this amazing woman. She's now my manager, and she looks after me and stuff. But having someone who's like experienced stuff and made mistakes in business and made, you know, really great decisions. So she's definitely steered me in the right direction. So it's lovely to have her here with me tonight, as always.
Oh, Bev. I heard in the green room, actually, one of the mistakes in business that Bev did make was putting too much bronzer on you one day, and she didn't tell you. She just tried to wipe it off.
Where was that? In Abu Dhabi? Oh, but she did keep me.
Are you the lady in the video that's? I remember one day scrolling through and there was someone like fake tanning or bronzing your. That wasn't you.
I didn't do body.
No, that was. That was another makeup
can I just say, I know Bev as well, and she has mentored a lot of other people, and she is an amazing woman.
How do you know
so
Bev?
I'll back that out.
Because of Surbiton.
Kelly Holmes Trust.
Yeah,
oh, yeah, no, Bev's absolute hero of mine. Love you, Bev.
Yeah. Oh, Bev.
Back here. These are amazing questions.
Yeah, really nice audience. Love it.
My question is about training.
Yeah.
How many times a week do you train, and how long for? Like, in terms of cardio and resistance, do you do cardio like twice a week, or?
So I train probably like 4 to 5 days per week maximum. I used to do a lot of weights when I was like between the ages of like 16 and like 26, 27. But now like, I'm so busy that I don't have time to kind of go to the gym. I've got a little gym at work. You probably see it on Instagram and stuff. So I've got like a few dumbbells and kettlebells. But I mainly do like treadmill hits, or if I'm in a rush, I'll go and run up and down my hill in Richmond like 7 a.m. and people think I'm a nutter, like I'm literally running up and down their hill. But body weight stuff as well, like press ups and I love like pull ups and dips and just body weight stuff that keeps you kind of athletic, you know. But 4 to 5 sessions a week for 25 minutes is really enough. Like, you don't need to be doing hours in the gym. Like, you just don't. If you love exercise and you want to do that, you can. But if you do really long workouts and you do 2 sessions a day, you've got to eat loads more food. You've got to really like fuel your body to make sure that you're getting enough protein and you're getting enough energy to burn fat and build muscle. It's hard.
At the moment in the fitness industry, there's so many people who are on social media giving advice about fitness, healthy eating. Do you have anyone that you collaborate with or work with that you admire and that you would recommend to the audience as well?
For fitness and stuff. So there's lots of, there's so many fitness accounts and loads of people like that I follow. Let me think who I kind of appreciate and admire. There's a guy called Ben Coomer who I follow. He's pretty cool. He's got some really good nutrition advice. But who else do I follow? That's a tough one. I can't think right now. Sorry, that's hard.
Hi. Just wanted to ask, do you care about blood types in your diet, in your plans? Because, you know, like a lot of people, they look at their blood types and the kind of foods that are good for them or not.
I just think that's way over my head. Like, that's science stuff. That's like scientific really cool doctor stuff. And sorry, I just think that's so scientific. It's drilling down into like blood type. I don't see. Maybe it has scientific evidence, but I think if you eat healthy food and you exercise, your body will naturally metabolize fats and metabolize, you know, carbohydrates. So you don't need to think so deep about it. It's like eat vegetables, eat real foods, none of the refined stuff, and it'll all work out. You know, I don't think you've got to be so obsessive over it. I think that's quite in depth. You know.
For people that have done the 90-day plan, is there? Sorry.
Hello.
Hi. For people that have done the 90-day plan, is there any point doing it again? I know you do your the 30-day one that you can add on, but if you finished it and you got on well with it, would you recommend ever repeating it, or should you just kind of maintain the very last cycle?
Well, I kind of live my life on cycle 1, in the fact that I'll do a HIIT session and I'll have the post-workout carb meal and 2 reduced carb meals for the rest of the day, and that's just, I feel super energized. I love it, and it's the never-ending plan, isn't it? Like, we can do the 90-day plan. Yeah, I get transformation, and then what? Do you stop? Do you go back to eating low calories? Do you go back to eating junk food? So it should never end, but I don't think you should sign up again. I just think you should go back to the training you love. So if it's cycle 1, 2, or 3, you've really got to just love your workouts and love the foods you eat. And it's like you don't need to weigh everything forever and follow a meal plan forever. It's like, I just want to give you the knowledge, and then you're going to be independent. You know, so pick a mix is where you pick and mix your own meals. But I think you should just, if you want the structure and you need the accountability, then yeah, it's good to go through it again. But I think by now you probably know what you're doing. You just got to keep going and just, you know, keep training and doing your workouts.
Hey Joe.
Hello.
Hey, it's Christiane. One this might be quite a random, funny question. If you could have one last meal in the whole world and put aside all your healthy plans, Nando's, what would it be?
Right, I got asked this the other day. Where was I when I got asked this? So I love, and you can see by the cover on the front of the book, it's a burger. So I'm obsessed with lobster mac and cheese. This is my starter, yeah?
Yeah.
Lobster mac and cheese. Okay. Right?
Is the lobster in the mac and cheese?
Yeah, lobster mac and cheese.
Okay.
And then like a massive burger with like truffle parmesan fries.
I love it.
And then a
cooked in duck fat, I hope.
Yeah, triple cooked. And then a treacle sticky toffee pudding.
My favourite.
Sticky toffee pudding with like
Council
vanilla
juice.
ice cream. No, and a pint of Council juice.
With what ice cream?
A sticky toffee pudding, just like vanilla or what is it? What's that ice cream I love?
Salted caramel.
No, not salted caramel.
What colour is it?
No, pistachio.
Mint.
Pistachio.
That's my mum's favourite. Mint choc chip with a sticky toffee pudding. Who's this? Heston's in here.
That sounds good.
Dolce de leche is what I meant.
Dolce
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
Pistachio.
Oh, anyway, look, loads of scoops of ice cream and sorbets. I love sorbets. I can always eat loads of sorbet, but I can't do one scoop of ice cream sometimes. You know what I mean?
It's probably the fats versus the sugars, though,
It's like you
isn't
just want the iciness, but the creaminess is too much. So I'd normally go for like 3 scoops of sorbet.
What, every time you have a last meal in the world?
Yeah,
Okay.
every time I go out for dinner.
Hi, Joe.
Hello.
So after being on the 90-day plan, all my family in Australia and New Zealand wanted all your books. So I bought sets and sets of your books, but didn't realise how heavy they are off Amazon. So I've got loads at home. Can they buy them directly, or can I buy them directly overseas, or do I have to send them from...
In Australia?
Australia, yeah.
Yeah, what's that website, Carol? Booktopia, yeah. Booktopia's like the Amazon over there. You can buy them there, and I think book 1 and 2's out there, Carol, yeah? Yeah, and the 3rd will be out soon. Yeah. So yeah, you can get them on Booktopia.
And can she return her spare sets to you now?
Yeah, we'll refund you in full.
Joe.
Speak to Carol.
Karis, can we expect any Body Coach merchandise? Because obviously those that are on the 90-day plan, we're always in the gym. We recognise the other people that are on the 90-day plans in the gym.
How do you recognise them that they're on the plans?
Because you know what they're doing. You all look at each other and you definitely know. So we'd all like to be team Body Coach and wear what we're doing in the gym. A mankini, obviously, for the men. No, just... Well, a lot of us wear ticky boo stuff, which is something that a lot of the Facebook forums talk about. But obviously...
the bright like leggings and
stuff. Yeah. Obviously, your own versions of those.
I really don't want to rush it, so I was going to get the water bottles out in time for Christmas,
yeah.
but I just want to... They're going to send a sample, but I wanted to fill loads and make sure it's a good product, because I don't want to just bash them out for the sake of it. I wanted to make sure it's really good. So I reckon probably beginning of next year, I'll start getting T-shirts, water bottles, and I think I'd love to do like a graduation T-shirt. So if you finish the plan, you can say I graduated. Yeah. Yeah. No, that's definitely on.
Speak to each other at the moment, but once you're wearing the uniform.
Yeah, it's definitely going to happen. Hello, Roz, my little darling.
Hello, you alright?
Yeah, I love you.
Love you too.
Tell them about our story when we met.
Oh God.
It's a bit emotional.
Which one?
Isn't it?
Which one? Oh God, no, the first one. I'm not
About your
crying this
baby.
time, by the way. I burst out crying the first time I met this man. It was awful.
Yeah,
It was so embarrassing.
Guildford, wasn't it?
It was in Guildford. God, and he remembered. You think he doesn't remember? He remembers everybody that interacts with him on social media. Obviously, if he's retweeted you, he'll remember you. I cooked the pie the other week. Amazing.
Do you like the pie? A story in the papers was like the Body Coach makes people pregnant.
Yeah, I know.
Like the 90-day plan gets you pregnant.
Basically, the story I have is quite a good one. We were going through fertility issues after my first child. So I blogged about this and I put it up on Twitter. You'll see me work mum play if anyone wants to follow me. Instagram, Lean and 15 Mum and Dad. And basically what happened was I thought, screw this. I had a couple of miscarriages and I thought, I can't do this anymore. So what I did, I'm going to cry again. What I did is I saw this guy on Instagram. I thought, do you know what? He makes me laugh. And a hilarious guy, so funny. And I thought, I'll sign up to the 90-day plan. I'll do something positive in my body. So that was really important to me. And about a month in, my husband, who's here, Dan, saw how much meat I was eating and went, "What's this diet you're on?" And he joined as well. And literally about 2 months after I completed the 90-day plan, I got pregnant again with my daughter, and we had a little girl. So
love it.
So it's true, the body coach does get you pregnant, ladies and gentlemen. I forgot my question.
Lovely story. I love it.
Thank you.
And your friend got pregnant too, didn't she?
My friend got pregnant.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what it was.
my friend was about to go through IVF. She was about a month off IVF, and she did the plan in January and also got pregnant.
So if you want babies, girls,
Yeah,
sign
so
up to the
babies.
I don't give the baby myself, but you can get it through your normal avenues.
It's so dodgy. So my question is, obviously we know you're a massive fan of cycling, so I was just wondering if you were planning on doing any races, anything like that, because I know that you idolise kind of some of the
You know, I've made
cyclists out
friends
there and
with
things.
my best, like my hero of all time.
You were so excited.
Mark
Like,
Cavendish.
So yeah,
I got to meet Mark Cavendish, and like he's one of these people I'd love to meet Mark Cavendish. Like, you know, like I'd love to meet, you know, boxers and famous athletes, and I got to meet him, and he's like the nicest guy ever. But I'm gonna hopefully start doing some like around Richmond Park. There's obviously an amazing cycling route and stuff, so I'm gonna do that. But in terms of an event, I've never thought about doing an event. I've done a duathlon where, you know, you run and cycle, but I'd definitely, if there was, I would be up for it. Are you up for it? Yeah. Do one together then, yeah?
Should we do in Richmond Park?
Yeah, we'll do it next year. I think it's in August.
Hey, Joe.
Hello, mate.
So, love the books. Food porn is amazing. But my challenge I have is I'm one of those pesky vegetarians, so... Ooh. Shame. So like the girls' books as well, like the food's amazing, but sometimes for me to get my macros right and then almost like scale the meat portions up, it's really difficult. So have you got any advice for any other pesky vegetarians out there?
Do you eat eggs and fish at all?
Fish, yeah, so I eat eggs, but no fish. I'm a proper vegetarian.
Yeah, it is difficult. That's why it's kind of... I always get asked this question. I always feel like I'm put on the spot as well, because there's so many great vegetarian chefs out there that are probably amazing. But because I come at it from a fitness angle, I know that when you really train really, really hard, you've got to have a certain amount of protein in your diet to get results. So it's very difficult. But obviously, you can combine loads of lentils and beans and all that, you know, grains and quinoa and all stuff. But you just got to be a smart vegetarian. And you can be a really healthy vegetarian. You can be an unhealthy one.
Tempeh. Do you know tempeh? It's kind of like tofu, and that's quite high in protein, and that's really good. And make sure that you're having a real variety of fats as well, because obviously, you know, for the meat eaters, you're eating a variety of meats. So don't, you know, coconut oil, ghee's really good, grass-fed butter, as well as all your olive oils and flax oil and things, just to make sure it's all nice and varied.
Yeah, but obviously, I mean, there's nothing wrong with a bit of corn and tofu, you know, but again, it's just you've got to eat quite big quantities, right? Because if you...
Too much sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, it is processed to a point, so it's just a case of...
I'd stick to tempeh more. Tempeh's better.
Yeah, get some really great recipe books, some vegetarian recipe books, and just kind of work things out through that, really, yeah, and there'll be some great ideas in there.
And certain pulses are much higher in protein as well, like chickpeas are really good, mung beans are excellent.
Thank you.
Hi, Joe.
Hello.
Really enjoyed your call out to Bondi Beach in Sydney, and what a great response
Were
you
you
got.
there?
No,
Oh,
I was in London.
I'd
Which
love
brings me to the point of my question. When we're going to get our shout out for a big London workout?
Woo!
I'm like, I'm so ready to do it.
The weather is perfect.
The weather is perfect.
I love it.
Because
So
it sorts the workers from the non-workers, yeah?
Well, I used to do a boot camp in, you know, Victoria Rec, Balaclava Road. I used to do a boot camp there, and like, I had boot campers there all winter, rain, shine. Like, I used to have a sled.
Effingham Park?
No, it's called Balaclava Road. It's called Victoria Rec. By the KFC, you know KFC down that road there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been calling that Effingham Park
No,
forever.
it's called Balaclava Road, Victoria Rec. Anyway,
Okay.
I used to do a boot camp, and like,
I was there on Sunday.
people are proper hardcore, but I have this vision of it being like massive, like thousands of people. I think if I did it in January, I don't reckon many people would come. Do you reckon they would?
Oh, we'll be there.
In January.
I think if you put a shout out,
Maybe
Come
I'll
on,
do it
Balaclava Road.
Go on, Joe. When? Where?
then. When and where?
Uh-huh.
It would have to be like central London, won't it? Like Hyde Park or something, yeah.
Richmond's your place.
Would you travel to Richmond?
Works for me.
All right.
It's on the overground as well.
Yeah, maybe I'll do it there then.
Overground, underground.
Last question. Make it a good one.
You're right. Just wondering,
mate.
for the
Geezer.
people that have to keep different schedules, for instance, I work quite early, mother off, finishes quite late in the evening. when would you recommend the best time is to complete a session? As soon as you wake up or start work?
Depends how hard and fast you go. I prefer it in the morning. No, I prefer doing a HIIT session in the morning because like it gives me energy, and if like it's so at the moment now, you know it's like dark and it's cold. I have to physically like get pushed out of bed and then just go and do it. But once I do it, I feel great. But there's no perfect time to train. If you just train when you have the most energy. So if you can do it before work, great. If not, lunchtime, evening, it's all going to be the same. There's no like perfect time, yeah.
And think about if you're one of those people that kind of slightly puts it off or talks himself out of doing it as the day goes on, then do it in the morning when there's no.
Yeah, I used to be terrible. Like when I was at uni, I sleep for hours and hours, and I was not a morning person. And I was grumpy, but I've trained myself to be like really optimistic, positive, and upbeat in the morning from the start because you have such a good day.
Yeah.
If you do your HIIT session in the morning,
But
your
also
whole day's better.
eating well, making sure you're moving, getting the blood pumping actually makes you feel happier in the morning anyway, and you don't.
Yeah,
you
you just think I'm going to put a good meal in my body now. Like, I'm going to put myself.
I lay my kit out.
What kit?
If you get your
Oh,
kit,
gym
like
kit.
your gym kit, if you've got a gym kit ready and some like a nice breakfast planned in your head, then you've got the motivation to go.
And if it's toasting on the radiator in the winter, you've got no excuse
sleep
not to
in
pull
it.
it on. Or sleep in it.
Yeah.
I do that. If I'm going to the airport at like 6 in the morning, I literally sleep in my outfit.
Up until the age of like 10, my mum used to always like catch in bed wearing my school uniform.
Did we have this conversation? I think we had
in the morning I couldn't be
Yeah.
able to get up for school. I'd be like,
Yeah,
just, like, do you know what I mean? But now, yeah, I'm a morning person now. I love
Can
it.
your mum come next time, please?
She was supposed to. She's not very well. Yeah, she's not very well today, so she bottled it.
Okay, so is that all of our questions then? Right, we've got the big X. Right, so it's party time, everyone. For everyone that's here, sorry, everyone.
We got
who's
drink
watching
vouchers.
in. Woo! We've got drinks, selfies. If I know you got ahead early and did some signing and selfies.
Why don't we meet over at the 3D photo booth thing? Is that a
Which
good place
has
to do it?
midget trees in it, I
Yeah,
hear.
it's like a 3D photo booth. Should we do it there?
We're all going to fit in.
Everyone get a drink. And
You get a drink and just make your way over there when you like form a little queue, and we'll just everyone
Okay,
get a
thank
picture.
you to Mr. 2016.
Thanks, girls. Thank you. Thanks, darling. And thank you to the beautiful Hemsey sisters.
Surbiton Massive.
Let's get boozy.